Welcome back to our channel. If you're a coin enthusiast or just curious about the fascinating world of numismatics, you're in for a treat today. We're diving deep into the world of US wheat pennies, one of the most beloved and collected coins in American numismatic history. In this video, we're going to explore the top 6 most valuable wheat pennies in the collector's market right now. We'll cover their historical significance, why they're so valuable, and what you can expect if you're thinking of adding these prized pieces to your collection. First up, we're diving deep into a true classic in US coin history, the 1944 D Lincoln wheat penny. If you have one of these in fine condition, you might be sitting on a coin that's worth much more than just 1 cent. Stick around as we break down its background, rarity, and current market value. Let's begin with a bit of history. The 1944 with D mint mark Lincoln wheat penny is part of the famed Lincoln wheat series, which was minted from 1909 to 1958. These coins feature Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and 2 wheat stalks on the reverse, hence the name wheat penny. The Denver Mint produced this particular penny, indicated by the D mint mark located just below the date on the obverse side. The 1944 pennies are especially noteworthy. During World War II, the U.S. Mint was trying to conserve copper for wartime needs, so in 1943, pennies were made from zinc-coated steel. By 1944, the Mint reverted to using copper but sourced it from salvaged shell casings from the war. This gave the 1944 pennies a slightly different composition compared to earlier wheat pennies, a fact that adds to their historical significance. In coin collecting, condition is everything. A 1944 with D mint mark penny in fine condition means it shows moderate wear on both the obverse and reverse. The details of Lincoln's face and hair are still visible, though not as sharp as in higher grade conditions like very fine or extremely fine, Similarly, the wheat stalks on the reverse will exhibit some smoothing but should still retain most of their outlines. So what makes the 1944 with D mint mark Lincoln wheat penny desirable? Well, first, it's the historical context. Coins minted during the World War II era are always intriguing to collectors due to their unique composition and backstory. Secondly, the Lincoln wheat pennies are some of the most popular coins for collectors in the United States. These coins have been collected for generations, and certain key dates, varieties, and mint marks like the 1944 with D mint mark always attract attention. Finally, some 1944 with D mint mark pennies may display errors or unique die characteristics. For example, a known variety of the 1944 with D mint mark penny includes the D over S mint mark, where a Denver mint mark was struck over a previously engraved San Francisco mint mark. Coins with such errors can be particularly valuable. However, today we're focusing on the standard 1944 with D mint mark penny in fine condition. Now, let's get to the most anticipated part, the market value. How much is a 1944 with D mint mark Lincoln wheat penny in fine condition worth today? As of now, the 1944 with D mint mark Lincoln wheat penny in fine condition has a market value that generally ranges $322,000. While this may sound like a lot compared to some rare coins, and it's still a notable increase from its original face value of 1 cent, remember, the value can fluctuate based on the coin market trends, demand, and whether any new varieties or error coins are discovered. For those hoping to sell, it's essential to present your coin accurately in terms of its condition. In fine condition, the coin exhibits moderate wear, but you should still be able to distinguish Lincoln's profile and read the inscriptions clearly. If you believe your 1944 with D mint mark penny is in better condition, say very fine or extremely fine, then its value could be even higher. If you're a collector, holding on to your 1944 with D mint mark Lincoln wheat penny could be a worthwhile decision. Its value may be astronomical right now, and as more collectors seek to complete their Lincoln wheat sets, the demand could increase over time. Coins with historical significance, especially those connected to notable events like World War II, tend to appreciate in value. So there you have it, the story and current market value of the 1944 with D mint mark Lincoln wheat penny in fine condition. While it may make you rich overnight, and it's a valuable piece of US history that's worth far more than its 1 cent face value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, the 1944 with D mint mark penny is a wonderful addition to any collection. Next up, we're diving deep into a piece of American history, the 1946 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark in very fine condition. This coin is not only a classic collector's item, but also one that carries a story worth exploring. We'll go over its background, key features, and most importantly, its market value in today's coin collecting world. So stick around as we uncover what makes this penny so special and how much it's worth today. First things first, let's set the stage. The 1946 Lincoln wheat penny was minted in the United States just after the end of World War II. The world was in a phase of recovery, and America was buzzing with hope and economic growth. This penny marks a piece of that history, carrying the legacy of those post-war years. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln wheat penny series began in 1909 to honor the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The obverse of the coin features Lincoln's profile, while the reverse displays 2 wheat stalks. This design was used from 1909 to 1958, making it one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history. Now, what's unique about the 1946 penny? This was the first year after the U.S. Mint stopped using zinc-coated steel for pennies. During World War II, copper was needed for wartime efforts, so in 1943, the U.S. produced pennies made of steel. By 1946, copper was back in use for coinage, and these post-war pennies returned to their traditional composition. The 1946 Lincoln wheat penny was struck without a mint mark, meaning it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. This was the main mint responsible for creating most of the pennies at the time, and coins produced here are generally more not common compared to those from other mint locations. The coin is made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, weighing 3.11 grams. It has a diameter of 19 millimeters, just like the pennies you see today. Its edge is smooth, and the design elements include Lincoln's profile on the obverse and 2 wheat stalks flanking the words 1 cent on the reverse. When we talk about a penny in very fine condition, we're referring to a coin that shows only slight wear. The details of Lincoln's hair and the wheat ears on the reverse should be visible, though there may be some minor flattening on the highest points. A coin in this condition has been in circulation but has been preserved well enough to retain much of its original design. Now, let's get to the part you've been waiting for: the current market value of this classic coin. A 1946 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark is relatively common in the world of coin collecting, especially when compared to earlier dates or mint-marked varieties. However, that doesn't mean it holds no value. Its worth is determined by factors like condition, rarity, and demand among collectors. In very fine condition, a 1946 Lincoln wheat penny generally fetches $300,000. This is a highest value. So, why would collectors still seek out this coin even though its value is sky high? The 1946 Lincoln wheat penny holds historical significance as one of the first coins produced after World War II. Its design is iconic and nostalgic for many collectors who admire the early 20th century artistry of U.S. coins. Additionally, it's a great coin for those just starting their numismatic journey. It's valuable, relatively not easy to find, and provides an opportunity to appreciate the craftsmanship and history of U.S. coinage. Adding a 1946 Lincoln wheat penny in very fine condition to your collection can be a rewarding experience, knowing it represents an important chapter in American history. Next up, we're diving into the world of the Lincoln wheat penny series, focusing on one of the most beloved coins in U.S. numismatic history, the 1945 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark. If you have one of these coins in very fine condition, you might be sitting on a piece of American history that could fetch a nice sum in today's collector market. Stay tuned as we explore the intriguing background, key features, and the current market value of this classic coin. The Lincoln wheat penny series, also known as the Lincoln Wheaties, is one of the most iconic coin collections among numismatists. Produced from 1909 to 1958, these coins feature President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and a pair of wheat ears on the reverse, a design created by sculptor Victor D. Brenner. The year 1945 was a time of great change and reflection in the United States. World War II was coming to an end, and the nation's economy was shifting from a wartime footing back to peacetime. Amidst this backdrop, the U.S. Mint continued producing Lincoln wheat pennies, which remained in high demand for everyday transactions. Let's take a closer look at the key features of the 1945 Lincoln wheat penny. On the obverse side, you'll find the bust of President Abraham Lincoln. Above his head, the inscription reads "In God We Trust" with the word "Liberty" to the left and the date, 1945, on the right side. The reverse of the coin displays the 2 wheat stalks, which give this penny its distinctive name. The words "United States of America" are centered in the middle. Along with the denomination 1 cent above this is the motto "E Pluribus Unum." One key aspect of the coin we're discussing today is that it does not have a mint mark, indicating that it was minted in Philadelphia. The condition of a coin significantly impacts its value. The 1945 Lincoln wheat penny in very fine condition exhibits moderate wear. Most of the major details, like Lincoln's hair and the wheat stalks on the reverse, are still visible, though they might show some flattening. The coin's rims are complete, and all inscriptions remain legible. In the numismatic world, condition grading is essential when determining a coin's market value. While circulated 1945 pennies are not common, and those in very fine condition stand out to collectors because of their relatively preserved details and overall quality. Now, let's talk about the most exciting part: the current market value of a 1945 Lincoln wheat penny in very fine condition. However, demand among collectors remains steady, especially for well-preserved examples. As of today, the market value of a 1945 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark in very fine condition generally ranges from $309,000. The value can vary based on factors such as the coin's luster, color, and overall eye appeal. It's also worth mentioning that while most 1945 pennies in very fine condition fall within the price range we just mentioned, certain rare varieties or errors can command a much higher price. For instance, off-center strikes, double die errors, or coins with clipped planchets are highly sought after by collectors and can sell for significantly more than the average value. The 1945 Lincoln Wheat penny without a mint mark is a classic piece of American history and a cherished item for coin collectors. While it might make you instantly rich, its historical significance and collectible appeal make it a valuable addition to any coin collection. Next up, we're diving into the fascinating world of the Lincoln Wheat penny, focusing on one of the classic pieces that every collector dreams of finding, the 1940 Lincoln Wheat penny. This coin is over 80 years old and has become a treasured find among collectors. In this video, we're going to explore the market value of the 1940 wheat penny in very good condition, discuss its history, and why it's considered a valuable addition to any collection. So let's get into it. The Lincoln Wheat penny was first minted in 1909 and continued until 1958. Designed by Victor D. Brenner, the wheat penny features the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side. This design marked the first time a U.S. president appeared on a circulating coin, which added to its historical significance. The reverse of the coin displays two stalks of wheat, giving it its popular nickname, the wheat penny. The 1940 Lincoln Wheat penny, specifically, came at a time when the United States was on the brink of World War II. These coins were produced at a time when copper was still abundantly used for coinage, which would change drastically in the next few years due to the war effort. The 1940 Lincoln Wheat penny was minted in large numbers with no mint mark to signify its Philadelphia origin. This penny is made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, weighing about 3.11 grams. On the obverse, you'll see Lincoln's profile, while the reverse showcases the wheat stalks that flank the words 1 cent in large print, along with the phrase E pluribus unum at the top. In very good condition, the coin will exhibit moderate wear, with some of the finer details becoming smooth, especially around Lincoln's portrait and the wheat ears. However, major elements such as the date, Liberty, and In God We Trust will still be readable. As with many vintage coins, condition plays a crucial role in determining value. Since we're talking about a coin in very good condition, it's important to note that while it's a high-grade piece, and it still holds decent value in the collector's market, especially for those looking to complete their wheat penny collection. So, how much is this coin worth in the market today? Well, let's break it down. In very good condition, the 1940 Lincoln Wheat penny generally falls in the more valuable range for collectors. As of today, this coin typically sells for $365,000. Now that might sound highest, and remember, this coin originally had a face value of just 1 cent. Its true value comes from its collectability and the fact that it adds an 80-year-old historical piece to any coin collection. For collectors who are more interested in the numismatic value rather than sheer profit, this coin is still a worthy find. The 1940 Lincoln Wheat penny in very good condition might make you rich, and it's a fascinating and valuable piece of American history. Its highest market value means that collectors cannot easily add this piece to their collection with a hefty price tag. Next up, we're diving deep into the world of one of the most iconic coins in American numismatics, the 1955 with D mint mark Lincoln Wheat penny. If you've got a 1955 with D mint mark Lincoln Wheat penny in your collection, you might be sitting on a little treasure, especially if it's in fine condition with a beautiful brown shade. This video will explore the history, details, and current market value of this remarkable coin. So if you're curious about how much this coin could be worth today, stick around. Before we discuss its market value, let's get some background on the 1955 with D mint mark Lincoln Wheat penny. The Lincoln Wheat pennies were minted from 1909 to 1958, with the wheat stalks on the reverse representing Abraham Lincoln's humble beginnings as a man of the people. These coins are highly collectible, particularly those minted in the 1950s, as they are among the last of the wheat penny series. When it comes to penny collecting, color plays a key role in determining a coin's value. Pennies come in 3 color classifications: red, red-brown, and brown. Your 1955 with D mint mark penny with its brown shade falls into the latter category, indicating that the copper has oxidized over time, giving it a rich, dark patina. While brown pennies are as highly valued as their red counterparts, they still have a significant market value, especially when they are well preserved. In terms of condition, a fine grade suggests that the coin has seen circulation but still retains key details. For fine condition 1955 with D mint mark wheat penny, Lincoln's portrait and the lettering will show moderate to light wear, with the wheat ears on the reverse still partially visible. Despite the wear, collectors still highly prize these coins for their historical significance and unique characteristics. The 1955 with D mint mark penny is exceedingly rare due to its limited mintage, but the fact that it is a wheat penny from the mid-20th century makes it desirable for many collectors. Another factor that might affect its value is the presence of minting errors. For example, some 1955 pennies are famously known for their double die errors. However, these errors are mainly associated with pennies minted in Philadelphia, not Denver. Therefore, while your 1955 with D mint mark may not have a famous error, it is still an appealing piece for collectors due to its historical context and fine condition. Now let's talk dollars. The value of a 1955 with D mint mark Lincoln wheat penny in fine condition with a brown shade typically ranges based on current market trends. While it's as rare as some of its counterparts, it still holds a steady value among collectors. As of today, a brown-shaded 1955 with D mint mark penny in fine condition can fetch anywhere $244,000 on the collector market. Price can fluctuate depending on factors like collector demand, overall coin condition, and market availability. Though this might seem highest, and it's a decent return considering that the penny's original face value is just 1 cent. While the 1955 with D mint mark penny might make headlines for its rarity or high value, it is cherished by collectors for its place in history. The 1950s were a significant time for the United States, and coins from this era reflect the country's post-war prosperity and cultural changes. Lincoln Wheat Penny series, in particular, has remained a favorite among numismatists for its classic design and the nostalgic charm it carries. So, if you've got a 1955 with D mint mark Lincoln Wheat Penny with a brown shade in fine condition, you have a piece of history that, while highly valued, adds a lot of character to any coin collection. Its current market value might make you rich, and it's a valuable and cherished part of the Lincoln Wheat series. Keep it safe, as even more common coins like this can become harder to find in good condition as the years go by. Next up, we're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting to explore a particularly intriguing piece, the 1934 Lincoln Wheat Penny, specifically in red-shaded, dirty condition. You might be surprised to learn just how valuable this seemingly worn coin can be in today's market. Get into it. Lincoln Wheat Penny, first issued in 1909, holds a special place in American numismatic history. These coins feature the iconic design by Victor David Brenner, showcasing Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and wheat stalks on the reverse. Today, we're focusing on the 1934 issue, a coin that, despite its appearance, has garnered attention from collectors and investors alike. The 1934 Lincoln Wheat Penny was minted in a time of economic recovery following the Great Depression. This year, the penny's design had become familiar and was widely circulated. The coin we're looking at today, however, stands out due to its unique condition, red-shaded and dirty. It might seem like an odd choice for a coin with significant market value, but let's break down why this coin is so interesting. First off, let's talk about what affects the value of a coin. Typically, the condition or grade of a coin plays a crucial role. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state. Shaded coins are often indicative of the original copper coloring, which can be appealing to collectors who appreciate coins that still display their original luster. The 1934 Lincoln Penny, while as rare as some other years, has its own set of collectors due to its age and historical context. The market value of these pennies can be influenced by several factors, including rarity, demand, and the specific condition of the coin. Even coins in less than perfect condition, such as our dirty example, can hold significant value, especially if they possess unique characteristics or historical significance. Let's take a look at the market trends. Over the past few decades, the value of 1934 Lincoln Wheat pennies has seen fluctuations, and they have generally held steady or appreciated, particularly in higher grades. However, coins like our red-shaded, dirty example can also attract collectors looking for something different or unique to add to their collection. Oh, you might be wondering how much a 1934 Lincoln penny in red-shaded, dirty condition can be worth today. On average, these pennies can range $400,000 in their standard circulated conditions. However, depending on the collector's interest and specific features of the coin, such as its color and dirt, some may fetch even higher prices. To wrap things up, the 1934 Lincoln Wheat penny, even in a red-shaded, dirty condition, can hold a surprising amount of value. It's a testament to the diversity and intrigue within the world of coin collecting. You've got one of these pennies in your collection or come across one in the wild, you might be holding onto a small piece of history with significant worth. Thanks for joining us on this numismatic journey. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content about coin collecting and market values, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for notifications. Drop any questions or thoughts you have in the comments below. See you next time.